How's it going, YouTube? Got FourthStarTCG here, and today I have a huge mail video for you. I have all of these cards that I recently picked up from Japan, and all of these cards have something in common. They're all ridiculously cheap. I think the average price I paid for these cards, all of these cards, somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe $3 to $4 each. Most expensive card in here is probably maybe 30 bucks. So if you're looking for expensive cards, this is not the video for you. But I think that cheap cards, especially in this, couple dollar range, there's so many awesome cheap cards available, even in Japan. So I bought a ton of them, and I want to show off all of the cheap couple dollar, if that, cards that I've bought recently from Japan. So without any further ado, let's crack into it. First up, we got this beautiful So-So art. This is a reverse holo from Tag Team GX All-Stars. I have several of these that I've picked up. I love the reverse holos from any set, especially the kind of high-class sets. Always end up getting a lot of attention. I won't spend a ton of time on each of these cards, as there are a lot of duplicates, and if I were to spend a minute or two on each card, that we'd be here for a very long time. Latias promo, Gym promo from the Sun and Moon era. Love this artwork. Beautiful meets here. Arita there. Got a bunch of these Zorua Gym promos. I think I was watching one of Trainer JI's videos. He's excellent, shows off all of his sales and stuff that he does. He sold one of these in a 10 for, I want to say, like a reasonable amount of money, like 70 bucks or something. So of course, me being the smart person that I am, I'm just going to steal what he does and bought a bunch of them to grade eventually. This is a cool EX Battle Boost Kyurem EX. Again, relatively cheap. An EX Battle Boost Zapdos, little off center there. Blaziken EX promo from XY. That's probably one of the most expensive cards we've got in this one. This Mew, beautiful Saiyasaruda art from CP5. The thing with Saiyasaruda is Saiyasaruda always hides a Pokeball in the artwork of all of their cards. So try to find the Pokeball in every Saiyasaruda art. All right. So there's one little packet, and yeah, we've just got tons of these, so I'm going to go through these without spending too much time on every card. But again, there's so much that's available for cheap, for just a couple bucks. Giratina reverse holo, a couple of those. More reverse holos from Tag Team GX All-Stars. Got some Espers there. Beautiful So-So artwork there on the Inkay. Got some of those. Marshadow reverse. A couple of those. This is a incredible Absol art from Nagimisio. And that is reverse. It is kind of hard to tell, but I did pick up some of those. Here's some Eevees, reverse Eevees. You can never go wrong with that. More So-So artwork on Porygon 2. We got a ton of those. Yeah, so I did pick up a bunch of these Tag Team GX All-Stars reverses because I thought they were excellent. And we'll just keep going. Got some Glaceon GX. This is from Ultra Moon. That one's off center, but that one's looking good. Articuno GX. Even like these regular GX cards, the Articuno's a little more expensive, but the popular ones like Glaceon, I've got some Rayquazas you'll see. Yeah, $3 to $4. Check that out. Lugia Holo from XY10. This was, yeah, $4, $3, something like that. And again, I'm not going to be showing condition on these, but like that Lugia is pretty good. That definitely could be a candidate for PSA grading. I can barely pick these cards up. Charizard, Tyranitar. A lot of these Sun and Moon holos are even cheaper, $1.80 each. Yeah, so I picked up a bunch of Mewtwo's, Mews from SM10. There's the Jesse and James, more Kyogre and Groudon. Had a bunch of Kyogre and Groudons earlier. Yeah, those are cool. This is another thing that I've stolen from Trainer J.I. I saw he sold this Kyogre holo for like 50, 60 bucks in a 10. If the card's $1, $2, that's something I'm going to buy every day. More Sun and Moon holos. I love the Champion Road holos that reprint the old cards. So the Neo Tyranitar reprinted here as a Sun and Moon holo. Here's a reverse from GX Ultra Shiny. It's pretty cool. Here's some more Kamiya reverses from Tag Team GX All-Stars. We got some Eevee reverses, Victini, Squirtle, a couple of those, even a Blastoise reverse. That's pretty cool. Alolan Vulpix. Ooh, that's nice. Articuno reverse. Love that. And yeah, these reverse holos, especially for the high class sets, they're available pretty frequently. Like if you look at Terra Festival, the Pokeball reverses are really cheap. You know, most of them are under $2 a piece. Only the more playable cards and the more expensive ones are really reaching up there. But those aren't going to be around that much forever. So if you like the Pokeball reverses, definitely pick them up right now. I'd say the prices are probably not going to get any lower than they are now. So we got Sceptile EX, both these from Best of XY, Mega Sceptile EX as well. The Megas are a little more expensive, maybe $10 for that Mega EX. Yeah, definitely some good Best of XY cards here. This is a cool one, Groudon EX from the Mega Master Build deck thing. The interesting thing about this is that it is non-holo. So we have a non-holo Groudon EX. I think that's interesting. CP4 is another cool set. It was pretty underwhelming when it first came out, the Premium Champion Pack. But every card is reverse, which is cool. And you'll see a good amount of CP4 cards. Again, these were so cheap, like 50 cents a piece. And yeah, Pikachu from CP4. We love that. That's going to be a good card to grade maybe at some point. Hoopa EX, Xerneas, Noibats. Like I'm paying cents for these cards, cents. There's so much that's cheap, that is available, that is cool. You know, everyone does kind of get caught up in the expensive stuff, but you know, here's Thundurus EX, Glalie EX. These are not like super crazy cards, but they're still old XY era EX cards. Houndoom EX, Holos from the XY era, Darkrai EX from XY9. All of these cards under $10 each. Here's some beautiful Mew Holos. I think maybe these were a little more expensive. But yeah, this amazing Meteorita Mew artwork. So good, from Awakening Psychic King. Tyranitar from XY. Same set there. CP4, this is Premium Champion Pack again. Hoopa EX, even the EXs had this reverse foil treatment, which is really cool. Here's some more expensive cards, but still not all that expensive, like maybe $10 for this Volcanion. Same for the Keldeo from CP5, and the EXs as well. This Latios was probably 15 from CP5, and this artwork is incredible. I love it. I think I submitted one to PSA on my last submission. This Hoopa EX, again, also awesome artwork. And yeah, the legendary Mythical Dream Shiny Collection full arts are incredible. The Keldeo and the Volcanion are not the most expensive ones in the set, but they're still really, really cool. And yeah, you know, $10, $15 for one of those. And let's see, what's the condition on those? Maybe we'll just look at those, because they are, that's looking pretty good. Both of those are looking pretty good. So if we were to get a 10 on one of those, that would be amazing. That'll be a big win for the collection, I would say. All right, I gotta keep cracking through these because I've got 2 full stacks left to go. So, more EXs from the XY era. Not the most exciting ones. Dragonite EX, that one's pretty cool. Manectric EX, Floridus EX, Camera Up EX. There's a Hollow Groudon EX from XY5. Love that. This is, they're really, both the regular Groudon EXs and the Black, White, and XY era were just so good. So, we love that. More XY5, XY era Hollows. These are cheap and they're not really worth it to do anything with, but I love them. Tons of nostalgia. XY5 was really like the first set that I was really into as someone who's getting back into the hobby. All right, got some promos here. XY promos, Heliolisk, Diancie EX. Got the Ancient Trait Gym promo Firo. That's cool. Got a couple of those. Check that artwork out. I mean, like, this card's probably $1, $2 for this incredible XY Gym promo Mizui art. Like, these Ancient Trait cards are fantastic. We got 3 of those. There's an XY. This is probably the most expensive card I purchased, this XY promo Groudon. I think I paid 30 bucks for this one. This one's pretty rare to find in Japanese. More gym promos. Kawaii artwork here. XY era. Masakazu Fukuda Larvatars, Tyrannitars here. 3 of those. Here's a Best of XY reverse. Yeah, so this is kind of like Best of XY is the one where you can really see it, how the reverses have just kind of shot up in value after they became pretty scarce. It's starting to happen now with like Ultra Shiny GX, not so much with Tag All-Stars. VMAX Climax and V-Star Universe don't really have like all that interesting cards as reverses. But you've got stuff like the Pokeballs in 151. Some of them are starting to go up, but I still think there's, if you want Pokeball, Master Ball reverses from 151, also is a good time to buy them. Ho-Oh-V is so good, incredible artwork. You know, for a couple bucks, you can never go wrong. More Kyogres. This is a brand new card, the Team Rockets Articuno. Got, what, 5 of those? Jeez, okay. I think this was on sale, I think, at a cards shop, and I bought a bunch of them because I love it. Beautiful Mitsuhiro Arita art. Don't know if I needed 5, but we'll take it. Xerneas EX from XY1. Yveltal, that's awesome. There's a Gallade in there, too. Another EX Battle Boost. Zapdos. And another Heliolisk promo. All right, dang, I gotta keep going. Keep moving through these cards. There are tons of them. I wonder how many are gonna be in this video. Darkrai, this is from Ultra Shiny GX. There's some Ultra Shiny GX reverses. Heatran there. Kartana. The Cracked Ice foil on these is really good. I always love the new foil patterns that they find for the high class pack reverses. Magearna, Xerneas, Diancie, Gibble, Gabite, Dunsparce, Coolorita Dunsparce there. Swablu, Oranguru, Type Null. Here's a Greninja. If you haven't noticed, the Greninja is standing in the shadow of a Charizard. I think that's awesome artwork there. You see the Charizard's arms, wings, kind of see the head there. And more Sun and Moon Hollows. So I'll need to organize these eventually. Most of these cards are probably just going to go in a box for a while. Most of them are not really going to be worth it to grade, but, you know, they're so cool. Look at all these awesome cards. Another Articuno GX, more of the Sun and Moon Hollows that I was talking about before. These are so cheap. And you see I'm buying like the good ones. I'm buying the Tyrannotars, the Giratinas, the Deoxys, the legendary Pokemon, that kind of stuff. I don't think you need to buy like the not very good Sun and Moon Hollows, but there's an Inkay reverse, that beautiful So-So artwork that we showed before. Dawnwings Necrozma, Poipole, a couple of those, another Darkrai. I'm a big fan of the of that Darkrai art. Whoops. Yeah, just got so many cards here. Goodness. More Sun and Moon Hollows. Got some Moltres there. Blastoise, Articuno. More Greninja. Yeah, just more Sun and Moon Hollows there. I think we might be continuing with that theme in this packet. Giratina, Jesse and James, Celebi, more Kyogres, more Groudons. Oh, here and some EXs. These are Best of XY EXs. Camerupt EX. We got the Manectric and the Mega Manectric. That's cool. Lucario EX from Best of XY. That's nice. Yveltal EX from Best of XY. Hydreigon from Best of XY. Some CP1 hollows here. I don't know if these are worth grading now. CP1 is like insanely expensive. I don't know if the hollows people have gone on to those yet, but the artwork on all of these is just mind-blowing. So maybe the hollows are worth something now. I know the EXs have really gone up in value. There's that CP4 foiling I was talking about. We see it now, Manectric EX and Florges EX and Kangaskhan EX, and there's another one of those CP5 Volcanion, so that's cool. Yeah, I will need to sort all these cards into eras, and some of them I might grade relatively soon, like those full arts from CP5, but stuff like the Sun and Moon Hollows are likely going to go in a box for a very long time. There's another Kyurem EX from Black White 3, Flareon, Vaporeon, these are, and Jolteon, regular common cards from Dark Rush, but still, I mean, you can get old evolutions from the Black and White era for just a couple bucks. There's a Registeel EX, a couple of Black and White hollows. That's a cool one. Got the Garchomp there, and Scizor as well. White Kyurem EX and Espeon. Wow. So yeah, this is a kind of Black and White era pickup, I guess. I've had these for a while, and Thundurus EX I have not. Ooh, this awesome Metagross. I love that hollow. Got Virizion and Genesect, and more Dragon Selection hollows as well, with 2 Dratinis and a Dragonair. Nice. Yeah. I've like completely forgotten what some of these cards are in these packages. But more XY era hollows. There's another Black White, a Prism Star. Are Prism Stars cool now? I don't know. I bought a couple of them. I think they're cool. Rayquaza GX. More hollows, more Giratinas. Here's some more of these CP5 non-hollows. I showed the Mew earlier, but I also picked up some of the Celebi. And these also have the similar starfoil pattern to the regular EXs now and the Best of XY reverses. So what, 5, 6 Celebis. Wow, okay. These are pretty cool. 1, 2, 3 of the Moltres. That's Kawaii right there. I don't even have to look at the artist's name. Bunch of the White Kyurems, Arceus as well. That's cool. Oh, some art rares. That's, I think, the first of those we've seen. Kamiya art rares, Baxcalibur, like, yeah. Art rares have kind of gone down in popularity a little bit. They stonked incredibly. You know, what was, I think Eevee was like $40 or something, and now it's come down to earth. It's like, what, 18, 20 now. More Sun and Moon Hollows here, more Celebes, lots of Celebes, more Kyogres, more Groudons. There's an RCSV, that's cool. Yeah, but you'll see, like, almost all of these cards are not like modern stuff, right? These are not cards that I'm picking up from the newest set. These are old cards. Rayquaza from SM4 Plus, Rayquaza GX, Hoopa EX, more CP4 cards. All of these were all reverses. Here's another Mega Master Battle Deck, or I think maybe this is the extra regulation box, non-holo EX, non-holo Darkrai EX. Gym Promo Latios, Holo Latios from Sun and Moon. Like, there's so much cool stuff that's out there. If you look for it, of course, all of these are like set cards. There's some promos in here. So I'm probably not like shocking anyone with the cards that I'm picking up here. More Prism Stars, more Sun and Moon Hollows, but you know, most of these Sun and Moon Hollows are the same price as newly released cards, right? The Sun and Moon Hollows are 80 to 200 yen or something like that. And that's pretty much exactly the same as what newly released holo cards are. Here's some cool ones. Ooh, those Giratina promos, those are awesome. And there's a ultra rare shiny. Again, this is probably cheap. This is like maybe 20 bucks for a shiny Cresselia gold card from Sword and Shield. The Sword and Shield shinies, I feel like, are not getting a lot of attention, but they're really cool. So I really want this one in a 10 for my collection. I think this one will do it. Centering looks good. More art rares. Awesome Kamiya stuff there. 3 Frigibacks, a couple Arctobacks, and a Baxcalibur. These shiny Tapu Koko GX promos are much harder to get than you would think. You had to like open a bunch of promo packs to get them, and it's not all that interesting. It's just kind of a recolor of an existing card, but it's still pretty cool. And I completely forgot that I bought these. More Latios promos, another Zorua, or more Latias and Latios and a Zorua as well. So yeah, I completely forgot that I bought those Tapu Kokos, and I'm glad that I did, because I don't know exactly when I'm going to be able to find them again. Goodness. Okay, just a few left. More Sun and Moon Hollows here. Yveltal, Mewtwo and Mew. Ultra Necrozma, that's a cool one. More Giratinas there. Those aren't all that expensive. Back to the XY era. Venusaur EX, Blastoise EX, it's a cool one. Mega Manectric from Phantom Gate, awesome. More XY era Hollows, Phantom Gate Hollows, love that. Bandit Ring Hollows. Got the Houndoom EX, Raikou, more XY Hollows, more XY EXs, Ho-Oh EX, that's an incredible one. These are shiny. The dual types are shiny. If you hadn't realized that in XY11. So yeah, this Bisharp shiny. This is not Scizor, Shiftry shiny. Shiny Pokemon not as exciting now as they once were, but here's another cautionary tale about ordering from Japan. I did not order the regular Mew EX from Shiny Treasure. I ordered the shiny one, but they sent me the wrong one, which was kind of annoying. Here's some modern stuff. Latios Art Rare, bunch of Arceus. I love this Arceus V. You've seen this in videos before. Gengar EX, like 20 bucks for a Gengar EX full art. I'll do that all day long. And a couple of reverses too from the, these were supposed to be reverses, but they sent me the regular holo, so they really screwed up on this order. But that's just the risks you take when you order from a card shop, as opposed to buying something from eBay or something like that. The card shop messes up your order and, you know, you can't contact them in Japanese. I do not speak Japanese. And tell them that they messed up your order. And also, hey, it's been a month since I shipped everything, waited to consolidate it. I don't think they'd take kindly to that. As I said, now's a great time to buy the Terra Festival reverses. I love these with the texture. It is just so incredible. These are my favorite reverses, probably of all time. Best of XY might give them a run for their money, but yeah, I love these. Groudon, awesome. Picked up many of them. There's the big boy, the Umbreon. These are all Pokeball reverses. These aren't Master Ball. But even for the Eevees, looking at a couple bucks, Umbreon is like $10 now for a textured Umbreon card. And the only difference between the Pokeball and the Master Ball is just the ball. You still get the texture with the Pokeball. Phoebus, I love Phoebus. Bought a bunch of Phoebus. Got some Jirachi, mythical Pokemon. Can't go wrong with that. Bought some Eevees, some art rares. Some Pikachus, more Gengars. We love that. All right, here's the last one. Last packet of cheap cards that you should buy. Awesome art rares. More Kamiya art rares. Look at these. This is probably back from when the art rares were still going a little nuts. There's a Master Ball Groudon. That's cool. That's also Master Ball Milotic. We like that. These are Pokeballs. The EV Master Balls are expensive. And by expensive, I mean like they're $20, which like is still insane. Another Milotic. Pokeball. Yep. Flareons. Glaceons, Jolteons, yeah. Terra Festival reverses, I feel like those are the easiest of easy buys. It'll take a while. You'll keep them around for a while. They're not going to go crazy right away, but you know, a couple years, I think they're going to be awesome. And they're just cool. So even if they don't go up in value, it's awesome. So, thank you all very much for watching as I dug through all of these cards. Now I got to sort all of these. That'll be a fun project for today. But thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and stick around for more videos.